know not quite as much about nickel. We know quite a lot. We know that it's a carcinogen. But some of these other non-cancer effects are less well understood, particularly in children, because it's not a priority.
A science advisor for the Conservation Council of New Brunswick was one of the expert speakers at a community forum held this past weekend. She studied lead contamination from an extrata smelter in New Brunswick, where she found elevated levels of lead and arsenic in soils, and believes children in Greater Sudbury need to have their blood tested.
Well, the community committee that's been formed is bringing in experts from other areas to learn from them, to understand what's happened in other cities, and to see if we can improve or do anything to push to answer some of the questions that are still outstanding. And how are we going to get some sort of implement health strategy into our community to lower the arsenic levels in the people of Sudbury? I mean, they were compared to other studies, other arsenic studies that were done, and we were the highest, high end, or the highest rate. So these are the type of questions we still have to follow up. Who's going to answer these questions? Who's going to help answer why we're the unhealthiest city?
We needed another mechanism of getting Sudburyans to respond to the results of the Sudbury Soils Study. I think, however, there's still some naivety as to the process of the Sudbury Soils Study. The examples of Port Colborne and the New Brunswick are really mixing apples and oranges. There was no representation here from anybody from the Sudbury Soils Study, and nor to talk about our process, because our process was different from the other two. And so what Sudburyans heard a lot about was Port Colborne and the New Brunswick study, but that's not the same as Sudbury.
Well, I'm not sure yet if there's anything I can do or if we can do as a opposition party. But one thing that's quite clear is this soil study is not going to go away until there's an independent study done to alleviate this problem.
For more information about the session, please visit www.sudburysoils.com.